Good evening, professors. Good evening, sir. Afternoon, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
சார் தங்கராஜ் சார், நீங்க இன்னும் மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில தான் இருக்கு போல. பேக்ரவுண்ட் மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டி இருக்கு.
கொஞ்ச நேரம் முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் பீச்ல இருந்தாரு, இப்ப வந்து மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு மாறி இருக்காரு.
பீச்ல இருந்து லிசன் பண்ணாரு. கரெக்ட்டுங்க.
Part and parcel of Madras University.
ஆமாங்க ஆமாங்க. சார் கேசி சார் நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா ப்ரோ சார்? அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ சார். சொல்லுங்க சார். சொல்லுங்க சார். ஹலோ.
நெய்பர்ஹுட்ல இருக்காரு.
என்னங்க?
நெய்பர்ஹுட்ல இருக்காரு.
That is your famous statement, sir.
டிஜி சார் ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாரு வேல. டிஜி சார். ஆமாங்க சார், ரொம்ப நன்றி சார். எனக்கும் உடம்பு சரியில்லாம போச்சு சார். அவங்க 2 நாள் தனியா தான் இன்னைக்கு மேனேஜ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
உங்களுக்கு உடம்பு முடியலையாம்மா?
ஆமாங்க ப்ரோ சார், த்ரோட் இன்ஃபெக்ஷனுக்கு ஆச்சரியமாயிட்டு.
பாத்துங்க.
ஜலதோஷம் மாதிரி தான் தெரியுது எனக்கு. எனக்கு 2 வாரமா உடம்பு சரியில்லாம இருந்து சளியா தான் இருக்குன்னு டாக்டர் சொல்றாங்க.
டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கீங்களா? டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி
டெஸ்ட் நெகட்டிவ் தான் இருக்கு.
ஓகே.
ஃபால்ஸ் நெகட்டிவா இருக்க போகுது.
என்னங்க?
ஃபால்ஸ் நெகட்டிவா இருக்க போகுதுன்னு.
ஆமா, ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கலி சொன்ன மாதிரி எரர் வர்றதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. அதனால தான் இவர் சைடு
இல்ல இல்ல
Oh, it is a null hypothesis.
RAT பண்ணுங்க. இல்ல ஆன்டிஜன் டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ஆன்டிபாடி டெஸ்ட் பத்தாது.
ஓ கரெக்ட்.
Seminar made me all right.
என்னங்க சார்?
In 2 days of seminar made me all right.
அதுக்கப்புறம் விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு சார் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில. நாக்கு அது நல்லா இப்பதான் ஒரு நாக்கு மீட்டிங் முடிச்சிட்டு வந்தேன்.
Today I'm really all right. I can come to Madras tomorrow.
ஓகே சார்.
நார்மலா மத்த விஷயங்கள்லாம் பேசும்போது நாக்கா முடிக்கணும்னுவாங்க. ஆனா நாக்கு வரும்போது தான் இருக்கிற பிரச்சனையே ஓவரா போயிடும்.
நாக்காவே பண்ண முடியல.
அது வேறதான் நாக்கு பண்றதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப அக்கப்புறம்.
சார் விஸ்வநாத் சார்.
சொல்லுங்க ப்ரொஃபசர்.
இப்ப ஹெச்ஓடி ஆயிருங்க, இப்பதான் உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது.
பிரச்சனைகள் எப்பவுமே தெரியும் சார்.
ராவணன் ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு பார்த்தேன். ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு பார்த்தேன். வணக்கம் ப்ரொஃபசர்.
அவர் ரொம்ப பிஸி சார்.
ஒண்ணும் இல்ல சார், அப்படிலாம் இல்ல சார்.
அவரு வந்து நீங்க த்ரூட் இருந்தாரு சார். இதுல நான் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணேன்.
பாலு ஸ்னோலாம் எப்படி இருக்குது?
ஸ்னோ நிறைய இருக்கு சார். -3 degrees now.
ஓகே ஓகே. உங்க இடம்லாம் ஸ்னோவாச்சு இப்போ?
ஆமா.
போட்டு ஒரு Dress வச்சே தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம்.
It's cold outside.
Snow in Pittsburgh now?
Yes, yes.
இங்க சார்
கமலேஷ் சங்கர்.
Hello sir, good evening.
சார் வணக்கம் 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 சார். வணக்கம்.
I think I wanted to see all our statistics students of the yes sir, yes sir. See, Kamalesh, when I am going to see them? This is one wonderful occasion.
We will arrange sir one day. We will arrange one day.
Oh, sure.
For Professor JR endowment, I even contacted the Kamlesh sir also. He replied and so I think we can arrange.
Don't worry, if we want to SRS Varadan, we can also call him. He will be allowed to give lecture on
yes sir, yes.
Okay.
Yes sir, surely sir.
Plan it accordingly.
We will plan sir.
Yeah.
We will plan sir.
If a request from Professor Sureshchandra goes to SRS Varadan, immediately you will get a yes. Okay.
So in that case, we have to request Professor Sureshchandra first.
Yes.
Yes sir.
Professor Thangaraj, we look forward to your lectures in the Tamil Nadu Statistics Forum.
So I am looking for the opportunity. I will do that. No problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we start now?
நம்மளாவது எல்லாம் தனித்தனியா உட்காந்துறோம். திருநெல்வேலி டீம் தான் அப்படியே ஒரு குரூப்பா உட்காந்துட்டாங்க.
நல்லா இருக்கு.
Quality strengthன்றது அவங்க தான் காமிக்கிறாங்க.
பட் சோஷியல் டிஸ்டன்சிங் இல்லங்க.
இல்ல.
சோஷியல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இல்லங்க.
ஒரேடி கேப் வச்சிருக்காங்க.
So emotionally they are together, socially they are distinct.
கலர் ஃபேஸ் மாஸ்க்
லோகநாதன் சார் இருக்காரால? Sir, really, I'm thankful. The first lecture was given by Desvandegar. Really, I'm thankful to you, sir.
Is it, sir?
இல்ல first K.N. Venkataraman lecture.
ஆமா சார்.
Desvande. Even sir, KS sir கிட்ட கேட்டா அவருக்கு ஞாபகம் இல்ல.
Sir, professor WhatsApp பேசிருக்காரு சார். அது ஒரு பெரிய blessing சார்.
சார் பேசுறாரு சார்.
சார் கேசி சார் WhatsApp பேசுறாங்க சார். அது ஒரு பெரிய blessing சார்.
சார் ஆடிபிளா இருக்கா?
Absolutely.
Clear, sir.
Yes. Sir, Ranganathan sir, இது வீடியோ ஆஃப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காரு.
ராவணன் சார்.
வணக்கம் தலைவரே, சொல்லுங்க.
அவர் ஏதோ கேட்க வந்தாரு, நீங்க தலைவரான உடனே அவர் ஆஃப் ஆயிட்டாரு.
எல்லாம் நம்ம செட்ல இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்கும் அவர் தான் தலைவர். இப்ப பிரசன்ட்ல அவர் தான் தலைவர் எல்லாத்துக்குமே.
Great grand leader. A grand in the sense adjective for the superiority, not in terms of age.
Kamlesh, you look different now.
எம்ஜிஆர் மாதிரி ஆயிட்டு இருக்காரு சார். எம்ஜிஆர் மாதிரி ஆயிட்டு இருக்காரு.
அப்படிங்களா சார்?
கமலேஷ் சார், நீங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ்க்கு ஒரு டோக்கு கொடுக்கணும் அப்புறமேல.
I'll come and visit you sometime. Yep.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, start பண்ணலாமா மேடம்?
Yes sir. Ready, Suresh?
Yes. Dr. Kamlesh sir, please do come to the department, sir.
Sure.
Yes sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, distinguished guests, faculty members, young researchers, and beloved students. A warm welcome to you to the valedictory session of the International Conference on Advances in Statistical Methods and Applications, organized and hosted by the Department of Statistics, University of Madras. I now request Dr. M.R. Sindhul, convener of ICASMA 2022, to deliver the welcome address for the valedictory session.
Sri Gurupyo Namaha. Respected syndicate members, Reverend Senior Professors, respected Joint Director of Collegiate Education, Chennai, heads of the departments, faculties, and colleagues from various departments of this university, as well as from other universities and colleges present in this group, senior alumni of this department from participating from various countries to this event, my own colleagues and staffs of the department, my dear scholars and student friends, a warm welcome to one and all. In 2019, when the Department of Statistics conducted an international conference, my guru, Professor M.R. Srinivasan, asked me to do another work as a part of it. He wished to establish an endowment in the name of his guru, Professor J. Ranganathan. He asked me to collect information about students of Professor JR and to send emails to inquire whether they are in a position to support. I collected people known to me or associated with this department only, just based on my experience. I sent emails about 50 in number, telling about the conference and about the department's wish. Then the magic happened, the magic of the two English alphabets, J and R. Many of his students are in very high positions and beyond my reach, residing not only across the country but across the globe also, due to their job positions. Majority of them replied that they wanted to come and see Professor JR and get his blessings. The amount they sent may have limitations, but the reverence and love they showed were unlimited. It was very emotional and it changed me a lot as a disciple as well as a teacher. I have sent emails again a couple of weeks ago to inform them about this international conference on advances in statistical methods and applications, in which the first endowment lecture was scheduled. On behalf of the Department of Statistics and the committee for this conference, I welcome you, Professor J. Ranganathan. Professor, I thought then how much emotions and love are there behind in every endowment of this department established by previous professors. I could understand how much they foreseen about this department and its development. That motivated me to arrange this an international conference with a group of endowment as its part and with a completely free registration. This is a kind of namaskaram to all teachers who supported, helped to develop the Department of the Statistics, reach its heights, this present form. Hence, not only a presenter or a scholar participants, all professors in the domain, both retired as well as working now, can participate and interact in this particular forum. I welcome all senior professors present here who helped to establish endowments in this university. I welcome all senior professors present here who came to support the department and to bless us. Our own professors, Professor J.R., Professor Vittal, Professor Gopal, were active in the group the last today and yesterday. Even though they are not feeling well, I can see Professor K.S.C. and Professor V. Tangaraj were also listening lectures. I welcome you all, sir. I welcome syndicate members of this university and heads of the department who are present today. I am honored to welcome Joint Director of Collegiate Education of Chennai region, Tamil Nadu, Professor R. Davanan. He is a person of humble manners and have reverence to teachers, a soft-spoken person with a high vision. During his tenure, he made Presidency College in limelight and made it as #1 college in the state. Whenever I asked for academic help, he always extended his help. Without his help, this event was not possible. Even his busy schedule, I could see him also listening these lectures. I am happy to welcome on behalf of the department and the organizing committee. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
I also welcome all professors and the faculties of this university, as well as the other universities and institutions who came to support us today. I welcome you all. I would like to welcome my own colleagues, staffs, friends, and the technical supporting team for this function. I welcome all scholars and the participants of this conference. I observe many of them were attending continuously. I also welcome all students of the department from both domains, MSc Statistics and MSc Actuarial Science. I welcome each and every person who came to take part in this function and support us. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. I now request Professor J. Ranganathan to preside over the valedictory session and say a few words.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. I am next to Dr. Ramanan, but now they changed the program. Anyway, it does not matter. It's a great pleasure for me to participate in this August function. I am extremely delighted after a gap of some 18 months of the corona, not to talk to anybody. Today, it's a unique opportunity for me, not only to meet all, but share with you several interesting information. First of all, I would congratulate the Department of Statistics, University of Madras, for having organized this wonderful, if I may say so, international conference. Well, this is the first time that Dr. Sindhu Mohan has taken up the work, and I'm happy that she has done it wonderfully well. My hearty congratulations to him, to her, as well as to all the supporting staff, Suresh and Amadurai and other friends, students and friends. Next, I have to say a few words by way of president address. Now, normally, so many things are said, but today I prefer to have 1 or 2 words about Dr. Ramanan. Dr. Ramanan is well known to me for the past so many years. A very dynamic person, a very enthusiastic person, a person with several good qualities And one of the factors which attract me to him is every day morning, he greets me invisibly. That is through WhatsApp, he sends message. There are wonderful messages. And sometimes, I copy those messages and send to my own friends. Really, it's a remarkable fact and remarkable duty, if I say so, remarkable habit of Dr. Ramanan to send these WhatsApp in the morning. Now, next, I have to say one or two words about his good nature. Well, during the 75th year of celebration Presidency College, he organized a very interesting conference. Several people attended from all over the world. And in that conference, he made a point to institute or create an endowment in my name. Though I protested very vehemently, but he said the students will be benefited. Now, organizing such international conference will enable people to come together. So this is one of the advantages of instituting or creating an endowment. Now I realize that what he has done is really meaningful, if I may say, activity. Number two, as already mentioned by Madam, he has done remarkable things in Presidency College, not one or two, which when I was also head of the department, but nothing could be done due to a number of factors beyond my control. But now, Dr. Ramanan has made a point to give wonderful, if I may say so, facilities. Number one, creating a hall in the name of one of the most beloved students of our department. And Dr. Srinivasa is a fellow awardee of Appl. That Appl Prize is equivalent to Nobel Prize. And also that hall is named as Dr. Srinivasa Hall. So one of the prestigious rooms there is next to in those days, next to the head of the department. And really, he has honored him very much. And he has conducted the first seminar or some meeting with Dr. Srinivasa. He visited our department and then delivered wonderful lectures, you see. And these are all very good things that Dr. Ramanan has undertaken. And for a long time, his name will be remembered. Number two, he made elaborate arrangements for students to utilize all the facilities. One such is a lab, a computer lab with some 10 or 15 systems or so. He has made arrangements with the help of the companies, with the government, etc. And that will go a long way to make students think and work independently. So that room is also a very interesting one. The creation of that room is a very interesting one, for which, we are indebted to him. Really, I can go on talking to you about his abilities. And he's a very dynamic man. And you may ask me how dynamic he is. Well, if you come into contact with him, you will know what it is. Similarly, very enthusiastic to carry out his job and eager to help others. Kindness in depth, he has got it. But you may ask me, is it all true? Yes, that you can verify by conducting a sample experiment. Observe him for 25 times and see how much time he is very kind. But of course, they are within 3 sigma limits, because there are situations where we cannot act too kind. Being too kind also is too bad. So within the limitations, he will be doing his best, and I know. And really, I feel very much grateful to him for having accepted the invitation of the Department of Statistics to, if I may say so, present the valid address. Now, one more point of information I want to convey to this audience, that is mostly by way of honoring Professor C.R. Rao. Many of you may not be aware of the fact that C.R. Rao has been associated with the Department of Statistics in the early stages. I was a student of Presidency College, BS on Statistics, 49 to 52. Then the professor chosen to conduct the classes in statistics, Dr. P.P. Patnaik, he was in deputation in London. He was doing his PhD under Professor Fisher. And when Professor Patnaik returned in December or so, along with him came Dr. Rao. Then we knew that there were contemporaries in London. And Dr. Rao's wife's place is Madras. So he used to visit Madras as often as possible. Also, the University of Madras requested him to requested him to give his services by way of drafting syllabus, examiners appointment, etc., etc. So once in a month, he'll be visiting Madras. And the most important point is, during every visit of his, he will visit Presidency College. Now, we were all quite new to the subject statistics. In fact, I remember very well that when I wrote the application, of course, I originally tried for chemistry. The door was closed forever. Then the door of statistics was kept open. Then I managed to get into the department. Then we wrote in that application, instead of statistics, which we did not know, statics. Statics is a subject in physics. Then later only, Dr. Patnaik, when he came here, the first class itself, he said, statistics is a beautiful word. Why beauty? It is a word which beginning with yes, ending with yes. It's a 10-letter word. It is 10 is the least number in 2 digits in mathematics. So he went on explaining several interesting features. Then Dr. Rao used to initiate this into several aspects of statistics. Number one, probability. Whenever he visited, he will take up some topic for discussion. See, by way of friendly discussion only. It's not a regular routine lecture delivery. In fact, when he started the probability, we knew about it because in our BS honors course, one section is pure mathematics. In pure mathematics, we are having algebra. So we used to refer to the book by Barnard and Child, Higher Algebra. There is one chapter on probability. So we used to read. Then Dr. Rao started in a very simple manner. He quoted the example. Now, the University of Madras has invited me to attend a meeting at the university premises at 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I start from 10 o'clock, catch the plane. From airport, I have to come to the university. Now, in each segment of his arrival here, there may be delay. So naturally, by the time I reach, it may be beyond 12 o'clock. That means it's a waste of time for others. So I want to save the trouble for others. So I start earlier. Then here probability comes into the picture. So he used to give us the uniform distribution, how the delay in the plane, the delay in transport from airport to the university, etc., etc. Of course, we did not know much about uniform distribution, but anyway, we knew that statistical distribution. Similarly, he was giving lectures on design of experiments. As you know pretty well, it is one of the best subjects. And the first book that he mentioned was Design of Experiment by R.A. Fisher. Fisher's book, he said everyone should read, and especially the lady tasting tea example. He has spent 2 or 3 sessions to illustrate the principle of design experiments through that lady tea example. Of course, most of you will be aware of the fact that this is one of the best examples through which the principles of design experiment are explained. And similarly, he has also introduced to us to other topics such as linear models. We never knew much about linear models, but he has given an introduction. Well, all these things were all helpful to us, and we were very much inspired. In fact, we used to wait for his arrival every month to attend some meeting other than the Madras University. So that is how I've been closely associated with Professor Rao, even for the early days. Then later, I became a teacher, and then I was in Presidency College. In 1960, a seminar was arranged in the Calcutta. That gave me wonderful opportunity to meet several. But any conference here is an occasion for meeting several big people, you see. For example, in those days, P.V. Sukhatmi one of the topmost statisticians in India. Then so many people, you know, so I have forgotten some of the names. The design of experiments man, you see. So, and then in a conference like this only, Dr. Seduraman, now is doctor, then a research scholar, he introduced the topic on non-parametric statistics. A new book has come into the picture by Fraser, D-A-S, Fraser, Non-Parametric Methods. He was following that book. Then he said there are so many open problems not attempted by many. Then that gave me an inspiration to, because the Madras University, the government of Tamil Nadu insisted that I should qualify better. Already I'm MA. They said I must take some other degree, an equivalent to PhD. Very unfortunate that there's no facility in Madras University. So, but there is a facility for doing what is known as an MSc by research. It's a forerunner to the present MPhil. The present MPhil, the same type of syllabus, etc. I wrote 2-3 papers and a dissertation. For the dissertation, the topic was non-parametric test for scale. It is here, the inspiration I got from the Calcutta conference was very helpful. So I'm sure the present international conference would have inspired a number of research scholars as well as teachers to take up a new topic for research and then get benefited. Now, in this connection, I have to mention 1 or 2 points. Dr. Rao has done remarkable thing in promoting statistics, both theoretically as well as socially. Now, the beautiful book by Rao, which is based upon the 3 lectures given by him, Ramanujan Memorial Lectures in 1987. The 3 lectures have been presented in the form of book, and that has been updated. So 1997, Statistics and Truth, put in chance to work. That's the title is Statistics and Truth. And subtitle is Put in Chance to Work. I was wondering, why should Rao align or take into account statistics and truth? Then I was curious to know why. Then only I knew that he has done a lot of studies and made so clear that everyone who reads the book will try to understand that statistics is one of the ways to create new knowledge, to find out the truth. In fact, the 5th chapter of the book is the title Statistics, an inevitable instrument in truth, an inevitable instrument for truth. So how truth can be ascertained by the help of statistics? There are so many things, you see. One of the quotes he has given in the 2nd book, the revised edition, on knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is, the quote is, knowledge is to know what we know, also to know what you do not know. And that's, you see, also what we do not know, what we know, we do not know. We discover what we do not know, essentially by what we know. That's knowledge expands. With more knowledge, we come to know more of what is true. Thus, knowledge expands endlessly. It is one of the instruments for creating new knowledge. So it's a very interesting subject, and I appeal to all of you, whoever has not seen this book, to spend some time to read this book and get enlightened. Really, you'll become enlightened. Mere mechanical derivation of chi-square t-test is not sufficient. You must also know how to attract the public towards the use of statistics. There is one chapter on public understanding, learning from numbers. That's the title. And I wish and pray that all those who have been attending this conference will get benefited, not only through what the beautiful lectures arranged by the committee, and also by such small little things as statistics and truth, putting chance to work. One important thing I want to mention, Dr. Rao he has written a beautiful book on chance, how to put chance to work. By chance only, he became a statistician. If you look into his autobiography, the title as the last resort, statistics is the last resort. That's the title. It is by chance that he became a statistician. He tried for a job, could not get it. Ultimately, well, he ended up one of the leading statisticians of the entire world. I wish and pray that the conference would have been very helpful to all the participants. First, Dr. Ravanan, of course, I have taken too much of time. I request Dr. Ravanan to deliver his valedictory address. Thank you.
See, good evening to all. It is my duty to. It is my
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm Tangaraj.
How can I miss you? The morning your presence felt by everyone.
Really, very inspirational speech. Excellent, really, really motivates very youngsters, those who do not know anything about, because you are mentioning about Sugatmi.
Yes.
I met him December 2019. Then April he passed away. And I met him at Vijayawada.
Oh, met in Pune. I was doing my PhD.
No. Okay. Yeah, great man. Yeah. Very nice, brother. Thank you. Yes, I think organizations can take lead on it.
Good evening, Professor Jaya, sir.
Yes, sir.
In
the morning, outlier. I remember you gave lecture in outlier. I remember days when I used to visit Annamala University, you would discuss with me the problems in the outlier. So it takes me back 30 years back to Annamala University.
Sir, you are the man of diaries, because we recall, of course, you have taken me to my college days during 1982 to 84. The way in which you took the class, the same thing, you repeat it again, the same voice, the same vocabulary strength, and the same words, references, everything. Thank you, sir.
ராவ் மதரை பத்தி சொல்லுவீங்க சார். ஜெயர் சார், ராவ் மதரை பத்தி ஒரு சொல்லுவீங்க எப்பவும் பார்க்கும்போது. அது எல்லாத்துக்கும் சொல்லுங்க சார். மதர் அவங்க மதரை பத்தி சொல்லுவீங்க.
Very interesting thing, you know. In the book by Rao, he has the first page. He has dedicated this to his mother Bhargavi, Lakshmi Gandamma. Who the person who instilled in me the spirit of learning. She woke me up every day at 4 o'clock, lit the oil lamp for me to read the quiet hours of the day and then prosper. So that was a beautiful, comment given by him in the forward. Right. So really, I forgotten. Doctor, thank you, Mr. Gopal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Instilling in him the spirit of quest for knowledge. That is what it is. It's not exact quotation, not available anyhow.
Sir, the statistical proof on the book first
correct. First page is that. Thank you, Gopal.
Thank you, sir.
Professor.
Professor Hayes sir was telling something. Professor Suresh sir was telling something.
Thank you. To meet all of you. If not,
this is Dr. Palanivel.
Oh, wonderful, sir.
Dr. Soundaraj is our student. Dr. Soundaraj is our student.
I'm a long time since I saw you.
I'm doing well, sir. I'm doing well. I am working in a government arts college, Coimbatore.
I see. That's great. That's really great. You must become soon. And very good.
I will come and meet you in Chennai, sir. I will come and meet you in Chennai.
After Corona.
Okay.
Thank you.
And also, I want to say something about Ravanan, sir.
So,
Rao sir, mother, Ravanan sir, daily 4 o'clock, he is waking up me nowadays by sending messages. To me also, he is sending regularly the message, sir, morning 4 o'clock.
No, I also read the message daily.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to see you, sir.
Suresh Chandra sir, follow that, sir.
Daily ஒரு 3500 பேருக்கு போகும் சார் அந்த மெசேஜ்.
Really?
Really?
Really remarkable on your part to it.
சீக்கிரம் எந்திரிக்கணும், ஒரு நாளைக்கு சீக்கிரம் ஒர்க் ஆரம்பிக்கணுங்கிறது ஒரு மெசேஜ் கூட இருக்கு சார் அதுல.
ஆமா.
Congratulations, Sindhu.
Thank you அண்ணா.
கோபால் சார். சுரேஷ் சந்திரா சார் இதை சொல்ல வந்தார் சார்.
சார் ஏதாவது சொல்றீங்க சார் சொல்ல வரீங்க சார்.
ஆமாங்க சார்.
ப்ரொஃபசர் கேஎஸ் நீங்க ஏதோ சொல்ல வந்தீங்க சார்.
இல்ல சொல்ல வந்தீங்க, கை காமிச்சீங்க சார்.
இங்க இருக்கேன்னு சொன்னா அவருக்கு.
ஓகே சார். சார் என்ன சார்?
இல்ல நான் இங்க இருக்கேன்னு சொன்னேன்.
ஓ சார், சுரேஷ் சார் இருக்காரு பாருங்க. நீங்க இருக்கிறீங்கன்னு சொல்றாரு. சுரேஷ் சந்திரா சார் இருக்காருன்னு ஜெயாருக்கு சொல்றாரு.
பார்த்தேன்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
Delighted to have his picture there, not in flesh and blood, but in picture. Really remarkable.
Professor Suresh Chandra, it will be good if you speak a few words.
Yeah. Chalo.
I am my oldest student.
Get it. Oldest, very affectionate student.
Sir, I'm the only person who you call me by singular.
Yeah. Correct. It's a remarkable days. When you are a student, remarkable days.
கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது நிறைய நாங்க வழக்கம் போல எங்களோட ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே போன் பண்ணுவோம். எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரு ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸா உடம்பு சரியில்லை சொல்லும் போது எனக்கு பயங்கர டென்ஷன் ஆகி போச்சு. ஏன்னா கேசி சார்லாம் தான் முதல்ல வந்து இருந்தா தான் எங்களுக்கு ஒர்க் நடக்கிற மாதிரி ஃபீலிங் இருக்குங்களா. முதல்ல ப்ரொஃபசரை கூப்பிடும்போது ப்ரொஃபசர் முடியலன்னு சொன்னோன்னே எனக்கு அழைய வந்துச்சு. ஐயோ அப்படி. அப்புறம் ஏன்னா ஒரு சில ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் அவங்க வந்து நிற்கும் போது எங்களுக்கு பயங்கர ஒரு தைரியம் வரும், நம்ம கண்டக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. சார் அது வந்து த்ரூ அவுட் இருந்துட்டாரு. தேங்க்யூ ப்ரொஃபசர்.
கொரோனா முடிஞ்சு ஒரு டின்னர் வைங்க
சார். இங்க வந்துரும் சார், திருநெல்வேலி வந்துரும் சார். ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு சார் இங்க போட்டுமா.
Sir, shall we invite the chief guest of this valedictory, sir? Please, sir. Shall we invite, sir? Please, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Thank you much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
On behalf of one and all.
Yes, sir.
Request Dr. Ramanan to deliver his valedictory address.
Suresh, please go ahead. Suresh, please go ahead.
Professors, it is my duty to introduce the chief guest of the valedictory functions, Professor Ravanan sir. Ravanan sir did his BSc, MSc at Presidency College, and Ravanan sir did his MPhil at University of Madras. Ravanan sir joined Tamil Nadu Government College Service in the year 1990 as a lecturer of statistics in SS Government Arts Science College, Tirutani. Later got transferred to Presidency College, Chennai, where he served as a lecturer, senior lecturer, reader, head of the Department of Statistics, and the principal of Presidency College. Before being posted as a principal of Presidency College, he served as a principal of Government Arts and College in Nagarkoil and Tindivanam, and he organized several workshops and conferences inviting eminent scholars like Professor S.R.S. Varadhan, Appl Prize laureate in mathematics. When he was the principal of Presidency College, he created a positive visibility by inviting distinguished personalities to the college campus, and the Honorable Vice President of India, Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, graced the occasion of the graduation day of Presidency College. During his tenure, Presidency College was conferred a third rank in All India Ranking Forum by NIRF. He had successfully guided 19 MPhil and 12 PhD scholars. He authored 6 books and has 35 research publications in national and international level journals with 25 citations. Sir had delivered more than 360 lectures on the applications of statistics using SPSS and AMOS for the benefit of scientists in the field of medicine, engineering, social science, etc. He had served as an EC member of Indian Society for Probability and Statistics, a reputed professional society for statistics, and the secretary of the society. Recently, in his recognitions, in his research work in the field of mathematical sciences, the Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology has conferred him the Tamil Nadu State Scientist Award, TANSA, in mathematical sciences for the year 2019. Currently, Sir is serving as a Joint Director of Collegiate Education, Chennai region. Sir have a very lengthy profile, around 58 pages. Due to time constraint, briefly explain. We are very much interested in your quote, sir, in all your mail, like help ever, had never. So with this, I welcome Professor Ravanan, sir, deliver the valedictory address.
Yeah, good evening to one and all. Dr. Sindhumol, Head of the Department, University of Madras. Dr. Suresh, Dr. Ramadurai, our Pidamagan, Dr. Professor J. Ranganathan, sir, Professor K.A.C. sir, Professor Tangaraj sir, Professor Gopal sir, the Head of the Department of Presidency College, Dr. Viswanathan, the Pillar of Statistics in Manonme University, Professor Sandamare Kannan and Lavanathan sir, and other faculty member from MSc University, Dr. Pallivel. So good evening to one and all once again. I am indeed delighted to deliver the valedictory address of the International Conference on Advance in Statistical Methods and Applications, which the Department of Statistics of University of Madras has hosted to provide knowledge about the recent development in statistical methods. It is really a pride that the alumnus of the department, Dr. D. Karthikeyan, who is now the Principal Secretary of Higher Education Department, has inaugurated the international conference. The Vice Chancellor of Professor S. Gauri is an energetic and enthusiastic person with a very good administrative skill. His support and motivation to the academic activities like this will surely improve the standard of university at national and international level. I am sure an efficient and dynamic person like him will contribute towards the continued excellence and growth of the university. I am extremely pleased to have with us today the 91-year-old young man, Professor J. Ranganathan, formerly Professor of Statistics, University of Madras and Presidency College, Chennai. The alumnus of Presidency College, Professor J.R., was the founder Professor of Statistics, Department of Statistics, Presidency College. Later, he joined University of Madras in the year 1982. Impressed by his outstanding contribution in the field of statistics through teaching and research, we created an endowment in his name when I organized an international conference in 2005 at Presidency College, and annual lectures are conducted every year by eminent scholar in statistics for the benefits of students. I remember Professor KNB, Professor KSC, Professor GG, Professor PD, Professor MRS, Professor Tangaraj, Professor Venkatesan, and Principal Secretary Dr. Karthikeyan, and my friends Dr. Anbubalam, Dr. Balasubramani, Kamalesh, Kannan, Jaisankar, Leelavati Karthikeyan, and others. The alumnus of University of Madras for their contribution in creating Professor J. Ranganathan Endowment Fund at the Department of Statistics, University of Madras. I am so happy to be a part of this endowment lecture program for this great professor. At this juncture, I am remember Professor Ponnusamy, Professor Suresh Chandra, Professor Viswanathan, Professor Gopal, Professor Dhanavanthan, Professor M.R. Srinivasan for their excellent contribution towards the development of the Department of Statistics of University of Madras. I am also appreciate Dr. Sindhumal, head of the department, for her contribution to the growth of department and for the motivation she is giving to the faculty for organizing these programs, which will pave way for the university to gain excellence in various areas. My sincere appreciation goes to Dr. Suresh and Dr. Ramadurai, who are actively involved in organizing this international conference. All the faculty members of the department are very active, sincere, and dedicated. Hope all will contribute towards the growth and development of the department and the university. Friedrich Nietzsche, the great German philosopher, once said that there is no truth, only interpretation. This gap is bridged by research in general and by statistics in particular. Statistical inference through proper modeling and testing provides possible conclusion or truth from real world observations. The purpose of research conference is to share and spread this knowledge among fellow researcher and upcoming research scholar. In this context, the Department of Statistics, University of Madras is doing an excellent job in successfully conducting this two-day international conference on advance in statistical methods and application. That too during this pandemic period. We know it is very difficult to get resource person online from different countries, as there may be considerable time lag that are difficult to adjust. But in this conference, I could see a galaxy of stalwarts joining the conference from different parts of globe. Also, I observed that the topics covered vary over the wide range. It emphasizes both advanced theoretical concept and as well as core application areas. I could see the organizer would rope in researcher from different disciplines to cater the need of young researcher. The topic covered include characterization of skewed distribution, estimation of mean occurrence of events, outlier, spectral decomposition of time series, and a new normal for COVID cases. Another area and direction of growth in statistics is simulation. The S12 complicated integral and solution are now estimated using suitable simulation of random values. This provides added advantage to statisticians to get a fair ideas on quantitative estimates such as probabilities, survival rates, and posterior means. I hope the participants will carry this message and rich exposure provided by the great resource person of the conference. I wish all the best for this participant from our state and those from other parts of India and outside India. The webinar has reduced this radius of Earth, and now we can witness even participants from other countries. So in essence, I will wish a great success with the statistics, and due to, I specifically thanks to Dr. Sindhumal. After a long time, we are all seen through even the webinar. It's a very opportunities, very rare opportunities nowadays, because Professor JR, it is not possible to even our வீட்டுக்கு போனா கூட இப்ப வீட்டுக்கு நாம போய் பார்த்து கூட நாம பயப்படுறோம் அவங்களுடைய ஹெல்த் எதுவும் அஃபெக்ட் ஆயிட கூடாது நாங்க போகாம சோ அதனால Professor Gopal sir, Venkatesan sir, and Tangaraj sir, even Balu and Anbukulam. So எல்லாரையும் இப்ப இந்த ஒரு கான்ஃபரன்ஸ்ல மீட் பண்றது இட்ஸ் a very முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் அடுத்து கொரோனா முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் we can conduct very big conference for retirement of Dr. Sennamara Kannan. It's a very grand function. Definitely all of us waiting at Manonmani Sundarna University. பாருங்க உடனே விஸ்வநாதன் பாருங்க பயங்கரமா சேலஞ்ச் பண்ணாரு. ஏன்னா நாங்க we are missed the last 2 years. மனோன்மணியம் every year எங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிக்னிக் மாதிரி ட்ரிப் பிக்னிக் மாதிரி இருந்ததுங்க every year.
திருநெல்வேலி அவசியம் போகணும்.
மனோன்மணியம் போயிட்டு ஒரு 2 days ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தது எங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பிக்னிக் மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஒரு ரிலாக்ஸேஷன் மாதிரி இருந்தது. இப்ப everything we are lost due to that corona, but soon we will meet. எனக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு 1 monthல எல்லாரும் ஓபன் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். கொரோனாவே இனிமே எல்லாருக்கும் கொரோனா வந்துடும், எல்லாருக்கும் போயிடும். அதனால வந்து கொரோனான்றதே வார்த்தையே இருக்காதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். UK free to all, just like இப்ப இந்தியாவிலும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இனிமே எல்லாருக்கும் வந்துடும் கொரோனா அதுக்குள்ள. ஸோ எல்லாருமே வந்து எல்லாரும் இப்ப மீட் பண்றது நிறைய சான்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ அடுத்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து கண்டிப்பா எல்லாரும் we will meet at Manonmani University. Professor,
we request to Professor Suresh and Professor Tangaraj in this activity. It is our pleasure to receive you all and
ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட் இயரா இந்த நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் தானேங்க?
ஆமா சார்.
1 year இருக்குது. 1 year or 2 year?
1.5 years.
1 year.
Next academic year.
Next year grand function இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பா எல்லாரும் மீட் பண்ணலாம். Or in this vacation.
Yes.
We are waiting, sir. We are waiting.
Yes, sir. We will do.
We will start our.
And also I am thanks to Professor Gopal and other faculty professors for helping long in my life. So இந்த அளவுக்கு நான் இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஜாயிண்ட் டேட்டா இருக்குன்னா அதுக்கு உண்மையிலே காரணம் வந்துட்டு என்னுடைய ஆல் ப்ராசஸ். ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக சொல்லணும்னா என்னுடைய டாக்டர் என் பொன்னுசாமி என்னுடைய நேட்டிவ் நியர்பை நேட்டிவ். ஹி ஒன்லி டோல்டு ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ்னு ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குதுன்றது எனக்கு +2 முடிச்ச பிறகு தெரியாது. அவர் தான் வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணி இங்கே கூப்பிட்டு வந்தாரு, ஜாயின் பண்ணாரு, எல்லாமே பண்ணாரு. ஸோ அந்த ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். அதே மாதிரி அடுத்து வந்துட்டு ஒரு சமயத்தில் ப்ரொஃபசர் போஸ்ட் கிடைச்சி அங்கே போவது இப்போ இன்னும் நல்லதுன்னு இப்போ நல்லா தோணுது. ஸோ இங்கே இருந்ததால இப்போ ஒரு இன்னும் நல்ல ஒரு பொசிஷன் வந்தது நல்லா இருக்குது. பட் யூனிவர்சிட்டி வந்து அது வேற மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்டாக இருந்திருக்கும். பட் இப்போ இங்கே இருந்தபோது பிரசிடென்சி காலேஜ் பிரின்சிபல் அவருக்கு நல்ல சான்ஸ் கிடைச்சது, நல்லா சர்வ் பண்ண முடிஞ்சது. அதே மாதிரி இப்போ ஜாயின்ட் டைரக்டர், இன் ஃபியூச்சர் மேபி சம் அதர் பொசிஷன். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே என்ன காரணம்னா பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ். ஸோ நம்ம ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் படிக்கலாம் இந்த அளவுக்கு கண்டிப்பாக ஃபெமிலியராக இருக்க முடியாது. பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் we have conducted many workshop in SPSS and AMAS. ஸோ இதுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் நான் வந்து என்னுடைய ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் எல்லாருக்கும் ஐ தேங்க்ஸ். எஸ்பெஷலி ப்ரொஃபசர் கேஎஸ் எல்லாம் வந்துட்டு இப்போ பெங்களூர் போனதால இப்போ அவர் மீட் பண்ண முடியல. இங்க இருந்து தானே கண்டிப்பாக மீட் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். அடிக்கடி மீட் பண்றோம். இப்போ எல்லாமே கொரோனா வந்தவங்க யாருமே மீட் பண்ண முடியல. தெர் இஸ் அதர் ரீசன். ஸோ ஐ ஒன்ஸ் அகேன் தேங்க்ஸ் டாக்டர் சிந்துமல் ஃபார் அரேஞ்சிங் திஸ் வண்டர்ஃபுல் கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் ஃபார் 2 days. ஸோ நேரில் வர சொல்லியிருந்தா கூட நிறைய பேர் வந்திருக்க மாட்டாங்க. இப்போ எல்லாருமே இப்போ ஆன்லைன்றதால ஈஸியாக வந்துடுறாங்க. ஸோ ஐ தேங்க்ஸ் ஒன்ஸ் அகேன் டு ஆல் மெம்பர்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்.
கேன்பி சார் ஊர்ல இருக்காரு சார், அவரோட அண்ணன் ஊர்ல, அதனாலதான் வரல.
ஐஎஸ்பிஎஸ் பத்தி சொல்லியே நீங்க
சார்.
ஐஎஸ்பிஎஸ் நீங்க பெரிய போஸ்ட்லாம் இருந்திருக்கீங்களா?
அதான் சார் எல்லாமே பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் நீங்க தான் சார் காரணம். ஐஎஸ்பிஎஸ் வந்து செக்ரட்டரி ஆனது காரணம் மெயின் ப்ரொஃபசர் கோபால் தான் இருக்கு. மேபி next time maybe a president try பண்றேன். பட் chances இருக்குது ISPS. So we are conducting mega event in Chennai under the headship of Dr. Viswanathan at Presidency College. ஏன்னா ஏலியர் ஒரு முறை ட்ரை பண்ணா அது வந்து மிஸ் ஆயிடுது. அந்த டைம் நான் பிரின்சிபல் ஆகி வெளியே போயிட்டதால அது நடத்த முடியல. இப்ப விஸ்வநாதன் வந்த பிறகு கண்டிப்பா அதை இனிமேல் நடத்துறதுக்கு நிறைய சான்ஸ் இருக்குது. மேபி next year or next year. Thank you.
Thank you sir. Thank you.
I am very happy, Professor. இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸுக்கு கார்த்திகேயன் சார் வந்தாரு, நீங்களும் வந்தீங்க. இது எங்களுக்கு நிஜமா ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருந்தது.
இன்னும் ஒரே யாராவது ஒரு क्वेश्चन கேட்டா அது ப்ரொஃபசர் ஜேஆர் வந்து கரெக்ட்டா இன்னும் அந்த பேஜ் நம்பரோட சொல்லுவாரு. ஏதாவது ஒரு கேட்டாலும் எனி டவுட் கேட்டாலும் இப்பயே வந்து அந்த பேஜ் நம்பரோட அந்த ரெஃபரன்ஸ் சொல்லுவாரு. அது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கும். கிஃப்ட் தான் அது.
ஆனா அது பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்தா எனக்கு வரல சார். ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தேன் ஒரு சிலத, ஒரு சொல்றது வரல.
Can I say one word?
Okay.
Sir, Ravan sir.
Sir, thank you very much sir.
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார். பள்ளிவேல் சார்.
இந்த PhD ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு வந்து சார் PhD பண்ணும்போது ஸ்டூடெண்டா இருக்கும்போது
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எனக்கு ப்ராப்ளம் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னு சொல்லி கொடுத்தது ஜேஆர் தான். அப்ப இந்த ப்ரொஃபசர் சவுந்தரராஜன் சாருமே ஜேஆர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுங்க, 2 பேரும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், அடிக்கடி மீட் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. கேன் யூ ஹியர் மீ சார்?
எஸ் சொல்லுங்க.
அப்ப அவர் ஆக்சுவலா ஹி கேம் டு விசிட் அவர் பாரதியார் யூனிவர்சிட்டி. ஜேஆர் வர்றாரு. அப்படியே நான் ஒரு மாதிரியை முடிச்சுட்டு உட்காந்துருக்கேன். என்னப்பான்னு கேட்டாரு. சார் இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் சார் நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்கேன் பாருங்க சார். உட்காந்து 1/2 மணி நேரத்துல அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டு எனக்கு ஒரு பேப்பர் ரெடி பண்ணி கொடுத்து போயிட்டாரு. வித்தின் half an hour. ஜேஆர் சாருங்க, அது எனக்கு என்ன மறக்கவே முடியாது. அவரா ஜேஆர் சார சார். சார்
good fortune to complete good fortune.
Okay, thank you sir. Thank you.
ரீசெண்டா வந்துட்டு ப்ரொஃபசர் தங்கராஜுடைய பெரிய ஹெல்ப் வந்து என்னன்னா, நம்ம சங்கர் நாராயண் சார் பேர்ல வந்துட்டு கிட்டத்தட்ட 3 lakhs வந்துட்டு என்டோமெண்ட் லெக்சர் கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கிறார். full and full contribution by, not contribution by Professor Tangraj, but a student of Sankaranayan sir. Professor Sankaranayan for ISPS on the period 3 lakhs. I think now how much Professor?
6 lakhs.
6 lakhs.
6 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs. Initially started by 3 lakhs. 1 lakh start பண்ணோம். அது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 3 lakhs போயிட்டு 10 lakhs வந்திருக்குங்க. So இது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய great contribution our statistics people for Sankaranarayan. ISPSல வந்து ஒரு பெரிய அச்சீவ்மெண்டா அது இப்ப இருக்குதுங்க. ஸோ அது மாதிரி நம்ம ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் ப்ரொஃபஸர் இன்னும் இருக்கிற இப்ப சில ப்ரொஃபஸர் யாரெல்லாம் இன்னும் எண்டோமெண்ட்ல அவங்க மேல நம்மளுடைய ஆசிய ஸ்டூடெண்ட் நம்மள சேர்ந்து ஒரு எண்டோமெண்ட் ஏதாவது கிரியேட் பண்ணா அது இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்குன்றது என்னுடைய ஒரு சின்ன வேண்டுகோள்.
சார் நான் கோயம்புத்தூர் கவர்மெண்ட் ஆர்ட்ஸ்க்கு ஒரு என்ரோல்மெண்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸர் ரங்கநாதன் சார் பேர்ல பண்ணலாம்னு இருக்கேன் சார், ஜேஆர் பேர்ல.
பண்ணுங்க சார், கண்டிப்பா பண்ணுங்க சார்.
And also Soundarajan sir's name. Already I am doing for in my mother's name in Udumalpet Arts College பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதே மாதிரி கோயம்புத்தூர்ல பண்ணலாம்னு இருக்கேன் சார்.
I am also considered 1 lakh for in statistics department Presidency College for first prize world winner of first MSc and BSc student.
Good.
So மாதிரி இன்னும்
Thank you sir. Thank you.
அதே கான்டாக்ட் பண்ணாங்க.
எங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல 2 ரிட்டையர்ட் ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸோட இருக்கு சார். நாங்களும் 2 எண்டோமெண்ட் கூட கிரியேட் பண்ண வேண்டியது இருக்கு.
அதான் அதுக்கு நீங்க இனிஷியேட் பண்ணுங்க, எல்லாரும் கண்டிப்பா கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுவாங்க அது. ஓகே
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார். ப்ரொஃபசர் கோபால 3 ப்ரொஃபசர் சம்பத், ப்ரொஃபசர் கோபால, ப்ரொஃபசர் எம்ஆர் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன். ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு இப்படி எண்டோமெண்ட்டுக்கு உட்காரும்போது நம்ம அந்த ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் எல்லாம் யோசிச்சு பாக்குறது ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு. ஸோ ஐ ஃபீல் திஸ் இஸ் அ குட் ட்ரெடிஷன். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து எண்டோமெண்ட் கிரியேட் பண்றது ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸோட பேர்ல. அப்புறம் ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு நம்ம அவங்கள கூட இப்படி உட்கார்ந்து பேசுறது நல்லா இருக்கு. அது ஒரு வித்தியாசமான அனுகிரகம்.
ஓகே, தேங்க் யூ.
சுரேஷ், ஆஃபிஷியலா ஏதாச்சும் மிச்சம் இருக்குங்களா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for having a nice introduction, a nice talk on this valedictory function. Now, on the behalf of the organizing secretary, I would like to invite some of the young participants to have their feedback for at least for 1 or 2 young research scholars.
Can I have just 1 or 2 minutes, please?
Sure, sir, please, sir.
I would like to thank the organizers for organizing this conference. I would like to pay my respects to all my professors, Professor JR, Professor K. Suresh Chandra, Professor Gopal. We had it was a golden period when we studied our masters in Madras University. We had so many eminent professors, Professor K. Ponnuswamy, Professor Viswanathan, Professor Gopal, Professor Suresh Chandra, Professor J. Ranganathan, and we had also Professor Kotishwaran, Professor Dhanavandan. So we really sort of benefited from all these teachers. So I would like to pay my respects and thank them for that one. And it's nice to see them being at Madras University to continue illustrious tradition. We have a very illustrious history, and I would like to see that being continued by the new faculty members. So thank you, Professor Ranganathan, for your wonderful speech. And it was good to see all my professors. And I wish the Department of Statistics good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Some scholars, scholar participants, could you please give some feedback? Scholar participants.
Good morning, madam. Good evening, madam. This is Dr. Venkatesan, Assistant Professor of Statistics in Joseph's College, Trichy. I appreciate the Department of Statistics, University of Madras, for organizing the wonderful international conference. For making a conference, we will spend much years, for much months or days for organizing this type of international conference. I am very much appreciating the Department of Statistics, University of Madras. Moreover, I am very much happy to see all the eminent statisticians from this conference. Statistics process எல்லாரும் பார்க்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. நான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அண்ணாமலை பேக்ரவுண்ட், அதனால எனக்கு யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் மெட்ராஸ் எனக்கு அந்த அளவுக்கு டச் இல்லை, தெரியாது எனக்கு. இப்போ வேரியஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ் ஃப்ரம் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் மெட்ராஸ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் எல்லாரையும் பார்க்கறது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. I am very much happy. Thank you very much. Once again, thank you the organizers, the University of Madras, the Department of Statistics. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. Anybody would like to give your feedback? The scholars.
I'm Sumitra from One Sundara University.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First of all, very thank you so much for organizing the international conference in Madras University. It was a very wonderful session and invited talk and contribution session. I got a valuable suggestion from this presentation. It's a very good suggestion for me. And first of after 2 years we are in a lockdown period. So in the lockdown period like ஒரு ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஒரு சீனியர் ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் இவங்கெல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்குது. ஸோ ஜேஆர் சார் ரங்கரத்னம் சார் நான் இது வரைக்கும் மீட் பண்ணது கூட இல்லை. ஸோ இட் happy to see all the professors, senior professors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, dear participants, for sharing your feedback. I now request Dr. S. Suresh, Conference Secretary of ICA SMA 2022, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all the professors and researchers. So we would like to record our sincere thanks to all the authorities of the University of Madras for having given an opportunity to conduct this international conference through online mode in our department. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to pay our sincere and wholehearted thanks to our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor S. Gauri sir, for having inaugurated and delivered his presidential address in this international conference. Also, it's our pleasure and sincere to thank most respected Principal Secretary, Department of Higher Education, Government of Tamil Nadu, Dr. D. Karthikeyan sir, proud to be an alumni of our department, for having delivered a keynote address and his valuable presence in the inaugural function. And also I thank Professor N. Madhivanan, Registrar of our university, for having delivered his special address in the inaugural function. Then it's our most sincere to thank all the respected advisory committee professors for their kind suggestions, moral support, and their valuable presence. And also we would like to record our sincere and wholehearted thanks to all the endowment speakers, begin with Professor N. Balakrishna from McMaster University and Professor Anbupalam from New South Wales University, Australia, and Professor Dabasis Guntu from IIT Kanpur, Professor Madhuchandana Bhattacharya from University of Hyderabad, and Professor Violetta Simonachi from University of Naples, Italy, and Professor K. Muralidharan from MS University, Baroda, and Professor A. Loganathan from MS University, Tirunelveli, and Professor Sheila Mishra from University of North Carolina as a visiting professor, USA, and Professor Nalini Ravishankar from University of Connecticut, USA, and Professor, my guide, Professor Sandha Marikkannan sir from MS University, Tirunelveli, and Professor P.G. Sangaran, University of Science and Technology, Kerala, and Professor Martin Luther William from Loyola College, Chennai, and Professor T.V. Ramanathan from SP Pune University for their inspiring talk, their valuable presence, in spite of their busy official and domestic commitment. Thank you for all the sirs. Then we would like to thank wholeheartedly chairman of the endowment sessions and the contributory sessions. It is our pleasure to thank all the scholars who have presented their research finding in this international conference. Thank you very much and wish you all the very best, all the young research scholars. In the validity functions, we would like to pay our sincere and wholehearted thanks to our respected Professor J. Ranganathan sir for having presided over the function in this international conference. In spite of his family commitment and age health difficulties, thank you very much for your valuable presence and kind blessings, sir. Also, it is our pleasure and sincere thanks to most respected Joint Director of College Education, Chennai Region, Government of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Ravanan sir, proudly to be alumni of our department for having delivered a validity address and valuable presence during his busy schedule. We, myself, Madam, Mrs. Sindhumol, sorry, Dr. Sindhumol and Dr. Ramadre sir, would like to pay our humble thanks to our respected former professors of our department, for their constant encouragement and support related to arrangement of this international conference. As an organizing secretary of this conference, personally, I am very happy to express my sincere and wholehearted thanks to the convener of this seminar, Madam Dr. Sindhumol, and co-convener Dr. Ramadre sir, for their wholehearted involvement and support in the every arrangement of this conference. Thank you, Madam and sir. I would like to thank all the participants for their active presentation in the 2 days in the conference. Also, it is our pleasure to thank our beloved faculties, Dr. G.R. Kanmani and Dr. Rupal Narkonam, and all research scholars and all our beloved PG students for their active participation. Further, we would like to thank our technical staffs and staff members of the department for their cooperation and involvement. Finally, we would like to thank all the professors, scholars, and staff members who have directly and indirectly helped in conducting of this program. Last but not least, we would like to thank everyone participate here. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We will now have the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you to all.
Sir, Gopal sir, thank you, sir. Mr. Jaya sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
ஐயா வணக்கம். ப்ரொஃபசர் செந்தாமரைக்கண்ணன், என்னுடைய தாழ்வான வணக்கங்கள்.
எல்லாருடைய விஜயமும் அடுத்தது மனோன்மணியம் தான்.
செந்தாமரைக்கண்ணன் சார், எப்ப கூப்பிடுறீங்க மனோன்மணி யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு?
Sir, எப்போ வரலாம் சார், நீங்க மோஸ்ட் வெல்கம் சார்.